Hello, my lovely people. This is Resilient Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. So I hope you're all doing well. So for today's reading, we're going to look at, is it really over? So it could be a separation, someone that you're no contact with or little contact with, or, maybe someone that you're in a relationship or situationship with, and you feel like something is off. So we're gonna see if it's the end of it, if it's really over. So as usual, we have 4 piles, and by the way, you might hear it in my voice, but I'm a little bit sick right now, so I'm really sorry if like my voice is not the same, or I might, cough a little. It has been like it has hit me hard. Not gonna lie, I was saying like someone was telling me like, oh, everyone is sick, and I was like, oh, it's true except me, and when you say that, sometimes it's when it arrives, so don't manifest that for yourself. Anyway, so we have 4 piles actually to choose from. I'm so used to the 3 piles, but I kind of wanted to do that short and sweet, since it is a yes or no question. But we're gonna look at what is going on in the connection, and then after that, answer the question and finish off with an advice. So, for the piles that you can choose from, for pile 1, we have this Grizzly bear or this little heart crystal here. For pile 2, we have the dragon or this heart crystal. For pile 3, we have this penguin or this heart crystal. And finally, for pile 4, we have this ladybug and this heart crystal that is not straight. My perfectionist side just got out of me. So I invite you to take a deep breath and choose a pile that you're the most attracted to, and I'm going to see you in the next piles. Hi, pile 1. If you choose the grizzly bear or the little heart crystal here, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're all doing well. So yeah, for today's reading, we're looking at, is it really over? So what I want to do is start the tarot reading with what is going on in that connection. After that, we might answer the question and finish off with a message from the universe. We're also going to look at this card here that I kind of want to use as the general energy for today. By the way, you might hear it, if you didn't listen to the beginning of the video, you might hear in my voice that I'm a little bit sick today, so I'm really sorry if I cough or, if my voice is like going crazy or something. I think it happens to everyone, so yeah. Of course, if you have any additional question after this reading or just want a personalized experience, just know that my Etsy shop is in the description box, so don't hesitate. And finally, my little disclaimers. Okay, guys, so is it really over? So I don't think I can really sugarcoat for that reading, so just keep that in mind. But just know that I'm really wishing what's best for you. And just take the message that resonates with your situation after all. Of course, this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So, you take the message that resonates, leave the other one in the universe. We're looking at the current energy, right? Nothing is set in stones. And finally, you're the master of your own decision, obviously. Why do I always forget this one? This is like the most important. All right, so let's get started. So I wanted to look at this card first. So it has a little description at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. I think I should remove my hand for that. So it says, okay, so the grizzly bear is about power. It's saying, I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength, and I never give up. I will succeed. So there's something about your connection here that it's kind of like you wish the best for each and one of you and for your connection. There's really something about but there's also like a sign of like, I'm always gonna be there, or I will respect your decision. I see like the grizzly bear here as, it seems like he just like hunt, is that it? Hunt like a little fish, like to eat, like in survival mode. So it seems like this person might want to take care of you, or they just really I really feel like they kind of want to follow where you're going through. Like, if, for example, you want it to be over, they will respect your decision. If they want to continue, I feel like they might want to put their your effort in it. I do feel though that maybe you feel that they're not putting like the same effort as you wish or as you do to them. So let's see what else. I never give up, I will succeed. So it does feel for me that you want that not to be over. I feel like it could be something that is possible. Like this person is not really over you. They haven't really moved on. They still have a little, because for me, like the grizzly seems really big compared to like the little fish here. So I don't know if it's been like a long time since you didn't see that person. Let me just arrange your light real quick because it seems like my hand is always blocking it and I want you to see the full thing. Okay. So what I was saying, yeah, you know, it seems like, you know, they still have a little bit of feelings for you, because it seems like it has been a little bit of a long time. You know, I kind of see, I mean, this, I think it says a river, but it seems like winter to me. It's kind of like you've been such in like a no contact for quite some time. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like stuck in ice. You know, when it's in ice, like the feelings might be there, but they're just like icy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what I'm getting. So this person, I feel they will always have a soft spot to you. The thing that I say can always be vice versa. You could always have a soft spot to them. I feel like in the tarot reading, I kind of want to ask what are they're feeling towards you, actually, to make that more clear. To see like which are your energy and which are their energy. But I'm just gonna put that apart. So let me just put that here. And I'm gonna shuffle real quick here. Okay, sorry guys, I might take some quick breaks sometimes because tissue is like my best friend right now. And after that I had to go wash my hands. And when I was, you know, like drying my hands, I saw 11:11 on the clock. So this is a sign that spirit is with me. And I just buy myself some new crystal here, which are about clairvoyance. So I think they're really with us tonight. So tonight, well, I mean, today or tonight. Depends on at what time you are right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna shuffle the deck a little bit. But usually like 11:11 is like a great sign, you know, it's giving like twin flame, you know. So there might be like a sign, it might be a sign of reciprocity. All right, Spirit, please tell me into the energy of pile 1 and the person in their mind energy. And I invite you to have your person in mind, by the way. All right, hold this time. All right, so I'll shuffle. And by the way, if you're not subscribing to my channel yet, you're always welcome to do so, obviously. And I want to thank my new and current subscribers of the week. I had a few, and I thank you so much for that. I appreciate each one of you, and you make such a difference in my life. And if you're not subscribing yet, you're always welcome to do so. You know, always welcome to join the crew. And on that note, let's shuffle the cards here. So, okay, Spirit, is it really over with between Pawan and their person? And first of all, what is going on in their connection at the moment? What is going on? Okay, so we have 6 of Pentacles. You have Judgment, and it might be for later. It seems like you're far away, like you're long distance right now. 9 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Wands. And the Hangman clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna place the card after. I changed my setup, so I'm still not used to it clearly, but I'm gonna place the card after, don't worry. But before that, I'm just gonna clarify it. So why the 6 of Pentacles? Queen of Wands, why the Judgment? Queen of Pentacles, why the 9 of Cups in reverse? Queen of Cups in reverse, why the 9 of Wands? 5 of Wands, and okay, bottom of the deck we have the High Priestess. Okay, definitely no contact here. Okay, I think we're way too far at the right. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Can you see all my cards? Okay, I think we're gonna go with that. I'm just gonna take a sip real quick. Okay, so it really seems like a long distance thing. And I'm kind of wondering if, you know, with the 1111 that I saw and like the grizzly bear, it's kind of like, even though you're long distance and there's not a lot of movement right now, you still have a soft spot for each other. So I'm really sensing like a reciprocity here. I don't know, I kind of see like those hands, like, you know, like this is kind of like the planet and there's one person here and one person here. But both of you are kind of like mirroring energies, you know, like it's kind of like your higher self is speaking to each other. And it's kind of like, okay, how is Pawan doing? Or you're kind of like, how is your person doing? You know? And this person really wants to know, like, if you have feelings for them. Because the Nine of Cups in reverse represents codependency, right? Sometimes. And I kind of see that in kind of like you can't, sorry about that, you can't let go of each other. And I see them like thinking a lot about you, you know, like I don't know why I feel like this judgment, like thinking about, I don't know if you're doing art or something, but this person really wants to know what is going on. It feels though for some reason communication is not possible at the moment. I don't know if you might hear from them like in I don't know if they're, for example, they're traveling and they don't have access to like Wi-Fi, or they don't have maybe the time to talk to you. So like maybe when they come back, maybe they'll try. But there's really a sense, I don't know, I'm seeing ego in here, like this person wanting to like protect their heart here. The Four of Pentacles, like in the classic tarot deck, you kind of see like this character like having a coins in front of their heart, which is kind of like a way of blocking their heart. And this is kind of like what they should release that to make a step forward. So I feel that for now, it's kind of like it's not over, but they're not ready or they don't plan at the current moment to initiate communication. There's like fears, and there's fears, there's like the what if, you know. There's kind of like, I'm scared of getting hurt again. But yeah, they're still like really like, they might still dream about you. Like there's a sense of them out there like, how you doing, you know, they want to know what's up with you. It's more like that. So the Nine of Wands is also about traveling. This is, it could be a card of like long distance, but it is a card of also passion and desire, which is kind of like saying for me that even though like you're physically apart, the desire and like the energy are still connecting your two souls, right? And which is conflicted for that person, because I do feel, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like this person wants to move on. But like they're kind of like, oh, but you know, Pawan is still in my head, you know, and they kind of like, you know, what's up? And there's a part of them that wants to reconnect. You know, there's this little fish of them that want to reconnect, but at the same time, it feels like it's not possible. As I said, it could be like the long distance here that it makes impossible, you know, to connect at the moment. But yeah, let's say, so right now what is going on? So, you know, to resume, it could be like a physically apart, no contact situation. There's still a little bit of something here. I feel like it might be even, there's a sense of reciprocity. So maybe what you feel they're feeling, like it could be like a mirroring effect. And this person really wants to know like what you're doing, you know, how you're doing. They want to, you know, if they see you in public, they could be like, hey, you know, like you still have, I feel, ended up in good terms. Or just like, you know, because I don't see like big arguments or like Three of Swords type of energy. I see more like I do wonder like from the other side of the world, how is this person doing, right? Maybe like someone has to travel a lot because of work. I feel like travel is involved here. But this person at the moment is not planning to initiate conversation. Because like either like they're trying to move on. Okay, like they have like other, it feels like at the place they are right now, they have like other people at them, you know. It's kind of like this fire once you can see like how all those characters are kind of like looking at this guy here. And this guy is like, yeah, I'm trying to join you guys, but I'm almost there, you know, but I still have a little soft spot for Pawan. um but yeah, this person is like trying to move on, and it could be like, as I said in the beginning, like a long time since your no contact. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna try to see what are exactly they're feeling towards you. And I think I'm gonna do 4 cards instead of 5, but I'm just gonna give it out a good shuffle. Let's do one more. Okay, Spirit, what is Pawan's person feelings towards Pawan at the current moment? Pawan's current feeling. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So some cards are coming back. And Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm gonna place a card after, guys. Don't you worry. Well, you know, might as well do that now. So why the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? The Chariot, Three of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Which side do you want to go? Okay. Okay, interesting. We have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The Two of Pentacles is about hesitation. But what I'm feeling for now is this person trying to move on. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune upward is usually like something that is repeating, right? It's kind of like going around and around and around. But when it's in reverse, it's kind of like this person wants to break that pattern. I will say I really do feel that either like the separation, the no contact here has been quite some time. And this person didn't move on for quite some time, but they feel that for now it's time for them to like break that and move on. With the Chariot that is clarifying in it, I feel like this person at the moment, they really want to move on because we don't have any cups on the board, the Three of Cups, except the Three of Cups. We're gonna talk about it later, but it feels like this person wants to move on, wants to break the like thinking and overthinking, you know, about what they could have done better. I feel like this person, for some reason, has had a lot of regret about your situation in the past. And they're, yeah, trying to, like, make a better life for themselves apart from you, because at the moment it's not possible. I would say with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles can be about caring for someone. And since it's clarified by the Three of Cups, it is kind of like a confirmation that they're still caring about you. Like they still want to know what is going on, what's new, and you know, oh, congrats for like your promotion at work. You know, they still have like a good feeling towards you, but it's not like deep emotional love feeling. We still have the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like the black heart once again. It feels like with this since it's clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, this person is like trying to rebuild themselves after this painful event, I'm hearing. The Death in reverse, though, is not about to move forward, and the Two of Pentacles is kind of like hesitation, so we're going to clarify that. Why Death in reverse? Because the Ace of Swords, you know, it's kind of like yeah, it's an arrow, right? It's kind of like a Cupid arrow, and it's kind of like this person is trying, maybe at the moment this person is trying to make it work with someone else, but for some reason it doesn't work, because they still have a little soft spot for you, but we're going to clarify that. So why the Death in reverse? I feel like this person, yeah, they're stuck in the past. This person kind of wants to have like your approbation for some reason. They want to have their validation before moving forward. You kind of see like this guy, like, you know, like, can I do it? Can I do it? Like, and it seems like they're looking really far away, you know, and with the Six of Cups is really about that energy from the past. It feels like this person is, your person is missing you for something. Like, you can see all those Are they six? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Like they still have this one cup that they still enjoy from you and they still miss from you. And maybe they feel like their new person doesn't have this cup that you do have and they kind of miss that part for some reason. So yeah, this person at the moment is really trying to like move out, and maybe they feel, because since they would want to reconnect, to see what is going on in your life. Oh my god, you don't see my cards at all, don't you? I changed my camera settings, so it's kind of like, but yeah, what was I saying with all of that? So, they're trying to move on. They want to know. It feels like the book is not closed yet. The chapter is not closed, and it feels like they maybe want to communicate with you to close that chapter and be able to move on with their life. Why is the Two of Pentacles as the overall energy? Two of Swords, indecision. Page of Swords. One more. I just saw the Two of Cups, that it came back with one more. I feel like they're not sure if they're making the right decision. The Page of Swords is about like really thinking through it. So maybe right now they're in the process of like thinking like, should I move on? Because I will say, like, in the rational, because the Pentacles can represent the rational part also. And the rational might say, it's impossible to reconnect because we're physically apart. Like, it's not possible to make something out of it. But there's something in their heart that is kind of like saying, like, oh, but there's still something there. I kind of miss, like, maybe they see you as the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is, like, really charismatic. And there's, like, a warmth out of them, like a kind of like an unconditional love that they still really have big respect towards you for that, But there's a lot of energy, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, which is about being patient. We have the Sun here, the Eight of Pentacles. You kind of see like they're trying to grow their plans. So they're trying to move on, but they're not really rushed by time. And they're trying to make that work with someone else, but they've been really clear about like, I want to take my time. But you can see like this person is trying to like reach the sun here. You can see like the arrow trying to reach the sun. There's like a little light spot here, which is kind of like their happiness. So this person know that they have to move on from that connection. So I would say that for them, it is over in the rational part, but they still have a little soft spot to them. But I don't see that as like reconnecting and having a whole relationship once again, because they're trying to make it work with someone else. Okay, this is like at the moment. So I think we pretty much answered the question. I think we're going to answer the question with the tarot reading, actually. So let's go right ahead with the message from the universe. So I really invite you to take this. I'm going to ask Spirit today for you to take this advice about this specific situation, about this specific connection. So let's ask Spirit, what advice would they have for us about your connection? What advice do you have for part 1 about your connection? About is it really over? Okay, thanks for. So let's read it together. So it says, what's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be I'll be happy when, be happy now. Okay, so when I read that, I was hearing like missed opportunities, okay? So you might still waiting for that person, and I don't feel Spirit wants you to do that. There's a sense of like, when does it say it? Yeah, focus on living fully in the present. Like there's, I feel like on both of your side, there's like, unfinished business. But sometimes unfinished business, you just have to accept it and just let it go. Because let's think about someone that is like ghosting you, right? It's kind of like, okay, like that's it, you know. Sometimes you have to make like your own conclusions based on like their action, based on like what they truly show to you, what they prove to you. This might be like your answer at the end. So sometimes it is important ourselves to close a chapter in the past with someone, and not wait for someone to close our chapter for us, you know. But of course, Spirit really invites you to take all the time you need to move on from that person, because it might take some time, you know, to heal in that journey, because you're gonna have to, you know, understand like, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? You know, there's all those questions about the lesson learned in that past connection that you have with your person. But and while doing that, there's a sense of like living fully in the presence, because you also might have some secret admirers that you don't see because you still have hopes for your person, right? And it says that, you know, be happy now, you know, which is kind of like being happy with like this simple thing. Maybe you don't have like a big romantic relationship at the moment, but you know, maybe you have like some flings and you still have fun, and you know, like this is maybe where you are at right now, you know, maybe this is what you need right now. So yeah, what do you need right now? What do you need right now for yourself? Even though like it should not be, you know, I want this person or I want that, because maybe, you know, like when you're in a relationship with someone, right? It's not always what we feel or what we want. This is also what they want. And sometimes even when we say like, oh, I want this person, like if they don't want us, well, we have to find other things that we want. And this is why it is important to prioritize what we want for ourselves, right? What do we want that is possible to reach for ourselves only, right? Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna end the reading now. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it helped you gain clarity. If you have any additional question after this reading, or you just want a personalized experience, as I said in the beginning, my Etsy shop is in the description box, so you're always welcome there, so don't hesitate. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. And if you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. And you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really, really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 2. If you choose the dragon or this little heart here, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're doing well. Now, I'm just going to say right away, you might hear in my voice, but I'm pretty sick right now. So I'm really sorry if I cough, or I might take also some quick breaks, because tissue is kind of like my best friend right now. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that. And yeah, so welcome to reading. I hope you're all doing well. So we're looking today at, is it really over? So first of all, we're going to look at this card. I kind of want to consider it as the overall energy, you know, the general energy. And after that, we're going to do a tarot reading. We're going to see what is going on in that connection, they're feeling towards you. And for part 1, I kind of was able to get the yes or no answer in those reading, but we might pull out some more tarot cards if it's not clear yet. And yeah, we're going to finish off with a message from the universe. And of course, if you have any additional question after this reading, or you just want a personalized experience, I do have an Etsy shop. The link is in the description box, so don't hesitate. You're always welcome here. And okay, little disclaimers before we start. So is it really over, right? I think it is pretty difficult for any tarot reader to sugarcoat on that. So just know that. And you know, I do wish really the best for you, but you know, I can't really sugarcoat on this type of question. It could be like, is it really over? Yes, it is really over. Anyway, so yeah, really take the message that resonates with your situation, leave the other one in the universe. And also, this is a general reading on you to predetermined purpose, okay? So take the message that resonates for yourself. We're looking at the current energy. Nothing is set in stones. And finally, you're always the master of your own decision for me. Okay, let's get started with this card here. So I'm just going to put that aside. So let's read it together. So it is dragon, supernatural. It says you're the ancient wise sage. You can shift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I see this card, there's no message coming true. And even though, like, before starting the reading, I was like, you know, meditating a little bit to like connect to your energy. And I was like, you know, please, please, please make the message as like detailed as possible because I don't have any clue on that. Let's see. There is something though about when I see ancient, wise sage. It seems like you could be linked by a past life relationship. I don't know if like it could be like a connection about, you know, when you got to know this person a little bit more, you know, in the beginning. It's kind of like you felt like you've known this person forever, you know, this type of feeling. Which could be because like you were together in a past life, you know. And there's kind of like a message coming through, especially if it is a past life relationship, that it doesn't mean that it worked in the past life, that it would work in this life, right? Because soul and body, okay, sometimes they can be a little bit different. Like in terms that, I mean, it depends on your beliefs. But like in the spiritual sense, it's kind of like, you know, like the body die, but the soul never die. And some of them, like, you know, this is why sometimes we perceive people as being old soul because they have been going through a lot of like past lives. And, you know, sometimes you could meet someone that has like such a big effect on you. And it could be like someone that wasn't really in your life for a long time. But they have like such a strong impact on you. It's kind of like they could still be an anchor, I'm sensing. And it could be someone that, you know, you have known for 2 months. You know, something like that. But they have like really a strong effect on you, I feel. I'm getting a message for some reason. This person is quite on the defensive right now, and I think we're gonna see why. So we might refer to it if needed. So I'm just gonna put that aside so we can still see that. And we're gonna shuffle a little bit. And while I shuffle, I invite you to have your person in mind. And I'm gonna ask for you to please send me into the energy of pile 2 and the person energy. Yeah, I really see, it makes sense now. Like this person is like really on the defensive. I don't know why. I see like, you know, since I wasn't getting any messages, it's kind of like the door is closed, right? And when you're trying to open that door, okay, imagine an horror movie. Well, it's not really like that in a horror movie, but you know when you try to open a door and there's like this going on like this, no, don't let that go in, you know? It is a pretty weird metaphor, but I really want to share with you because I don't know, this person maybe is like really hard to get, really hard to understand, really hard to get. You know, some people, oh my god, some people that you can't get into their deep emotions. It's kind of like they never explored them, or it's still like really raw for them. Maybe they have been hurt, you know, in the past and they haven't had the chance to heal that. So, you know, like the first reflex is to be on the defensive about it, right? Okay, so let's see first of all, what is going on in that connection? Spirit, please give us as much detail as you can. What is going on in the connection? Okay, Ace of Swords in reverse, which is block. Reflection. Nice try. I mean, I did ask for it to give us as much details as possible. So, okay, yeah, the moon. The star. I don't know why it feels like there's 2 opposites energy. Okay, Page of Pentacles. What is going on? That connection. Judgment. So someone still has hope there for some reason. Okay, as I always do, I'm going to clarify each of them. Sorry, why the Ace of Swords in reverse? And the Wands in reverse, why the Moon? 9 of Cups, why the Star? Why the Page of Pentacles? And why the Judgment? Okay, Temperance. There's a lot of major arcanas. Wow. Okay, can you see all my cards? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, sorry, it was the quick break for the tissue. Okay, so I'm getting here, and it's kind of like a message I was getting through as I was washing my hands. I'm getting energies here is really strong. And it seems like someone feels like they have been treated unfairly. Like maybe it has ended abruptly. They don't understand why. They don't understand how. They don't. They have a lot of questions here. And look at that, the ego. Yay! I knew it was. I still like a card coming out. We still have the World also. I don't know, it feels like someone feels like they have a lot of questions. They're like, why? You know, like, what did I do? What can I do? Which is kind of like the Eight of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Ace of Swords, which is kind of like something is unclear, you know, as I said, black reflection. And you know what, I was telling you that my necklace that I wore was kind of like stuck. It was stuck in my shirt for some reason. So there's really still unfinished business for someone here. There's still a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot, and for that, this person is like really frustrated. It's kind of like the ego is taking on. I said this person, but it could also be you too. Like it really feels like someone energy is talking us more true than the other one, because there's still a lot of like whys, and they feel like they're mad. They're mad. And when I said mad, okay, I'm you know, because literally the word mad is a song about written by my favorite singer, which is Mad. My favorite singer is Onyu from SHINee. SHINee is also my favorite group. This is a K-pop group. Shout out to them. Oh my god, is that like a promotion or something? I'm not paid for that, guys. But I invite you to listen to it if you're like K-pop. Like, this is my favorite group since I'm 12. And I'm 26, so it's half my life. Anyway, so Onyu wrote a song because he did a US tour, which I went to see him in April 2025. And there is a song that he wrote, anyway, it says like, cause I go MAD without you. So I'm going mad, you know, I'm going crazy without you. So it could be a sign here, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel like this is a healthy bond. As like maybe, okay, let me give you an example. If this is this person that is like mad, that why is it ending? Why is it over? It feels like, you know, you've made the right decision, okay? And I feel like this person would want to go back with you, but they don't have like the how can you call that? Like they don't have the realization for themselves that they have some things to work on. They want to take like the instant gratification type of way. If this is you we're talking about, it could be. I would definitely ask myself, you know, like, why am I still stuck to that? What can I do better next time, you know? Why did this person leave me abruptly? Is that something that just went on, you know? You act, for example, a certain way, and this person was like, no, I can do that, you know? Because there's a sense of them like healing, and here's the Lovers underneath. Which is kind of like, you know, we're healing, like, which for me is kind of like the emotional healing. So someone needs to do emotional healing, but it feels like their head is kind of like restricting them to see the truth that maybe they have some things to work on, you know. With the Star and the Sun, so oh my god, there's a lot of major arcanas actually. So someone still have hope here. And after that, so you were just looking at what is going on in general, but don't worry, after that, we're going to see what our door feeling towards you. So we're going to see, you know, if this is you or if this is them. It feels like with the, it's interesting here because we do have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So you can see in the page there's like only one flower, in the six there is like a lot. Which would say for me that I don't know if this person has a lot of people around them, or like they could be attractive, for example. There's like all those pentacles, like all those people around them, but they're still only looking at you. Like, it seems like you're in this person's mind a lot, I'm gonna say, but I don't know if this is like healthy, you know? Because maybe they miss something out of you, but they don't realize how much they hurt you, you know? It's interesting though, because we do have the renewal here. The Judgment is about an awakening. Let's keep that here. Why the Judgment and the 10? And the 20 of Wands in reverse is usually like healing for past wound. So let's clarify that. For Wands and the Devil. We have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And the Seven of Swords underneath. Interesting. Well, this person, like, for them, this is not over. I just wonder if, because with that, they clearly want to like show you they want to heal, they want to make it work, they want to start over again, they want a new beginning. I'm pretty sure I saw like the Ace of Cups somewhere. Look at that, look at that. I saw it like right through the deck. What the hell? Am I a magician or something? I saw like the card here and I was like, I know it's there. And I was like, that all. Okay. So yeah, they for them, this is not over at all, actually. Okay, so why the, okay, oh, hold on. I have to clarify something, so, because maybe it changed like something. Because I feel like this person feels the past life connection also. And I don't know why it feels like this person maybe is not really spiritual and they don't know how to explain how they feel attracted towards you. So maybe this is where the misunderstanding came in. Why the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse? Okay, so I have two coming on. The Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So you could be, so the Queen of Pentacles is about like an anchor, you know, comfort. It's kind of like a comfort zone, someone who gives love and care. And like you want a Queen of Pentacles in your life, okay? I'm just saying. And here's the Page of Wands. So I will say this person maybe puts you a little bit on the pedestal. But the Page of Wands, I got like a fast-paced decision. I don't know if this is like someone that is pretty much spontaneous. Maybe they could like even reach out to you like all of a sudden. They're just like, you know, I'm just doing it without even thinking about it. They could be like that, you know, a little bit like acting before thinking, you know. So yeah, you know what I would say? For this person anyway, it's not over. But let's see what are their feelings towards you, perhaps. Okay, so I'm just gonna reshuffle the cards a little bit. I saw the Ace of Cups once again. I'm not even lying. Okay. So Spirit, what are Pile 2's person feelings towards Pile 2? Please give us as much details as possible. Okay, King of Pentacles. Four of Swords. What are Pile 2's feelings towards Pile 2? Pile 2's person feelings towards Pile 2? Okay. As always, I'm gonna clarify each of them. I think I said that already, but why the King of Pentacles? High Priestess. Why the Four of Swords? Why the Knight of Swords? Why the Hermit? Interesting. I'm not sensing any feelings right now towards you. Because it seems like they're focused somewhere else. And it's not even on the person. It's maybe work with the King of Pentacles. They're trying to like build a stability and abundance for themselves. Like maybe they're starting a business here. And this is why maybe you're wondering why they have been silent and why don't understand like the connection that you two have, because I don't feel like they do actually, or they're trying to ignore it. So this is why they have been going no contact. I don't think it's against you though. But they are, and we even have the Queen of Wands, which is like, you know, determination also. Which is, and you know, you kind of see like them leading like a crew. So I feel like right now they're focused on business, I would say. So the feelings are not there, you know, because their mind is like really busy and they're like really focused on work and even anxious about it, actually. And it's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is a perfectionist energy, which is clarifying the Nine of Swords. So yeah, right now, like, they're too busy to even think about this connection. And they just need, like, actually, what it feels right now, is that right now they're too busy of having any feelings towards them. And it helps them actually move on from that connection. And on that image, I kind of see, like, you know, it's kind of like they're saying, oh, that's sad though. Oh, I feel sad, poor animal. But like, it's kind of like they're saying goodbye, you know. I don't know if you can see how sad their face look, and it's kind of like, you know, the last goodbye, and then I'm going. It's the best for myself, you know. I did enjoy like our connection, but now I'm okay. Yeah, so this person, they maybe it was more your energy I was picking through, because I will say though, it feels like this person really enjoy like the moment that you have, and right now it's like they're too busy to think about it. Maybe if they're like more you know, alone, when they will be alone and less busy with their work, they might come back to you, initiate communication, you know, to see like what's up. But I kind of want to clarify that a little bit. Because it feels like this person being busy with works invites you to do the same with a dragon, because it says your mastery is your destiny. So I don't know if you have been like worried and overthinking about this situation, but Spirit is kind of like wants to tell you like it's kind of like you're not meant to like think about someone. Like you have like so much potential that you can use, so try to like do the same as them and being busy by your own, you know. I don't know if like this person maybe found that their relationship or situationship that you had was a little bit too codependent for them. It could happen. It's giving me that this person is like really independent, okay? And really with that, not connected to their deep emotions at all. Like business is important to them, to have abundance, to feel value, to have power, you know, protection. It could be like some values that are important to them. But when it comes to like deep emotions, like some people are like not good at it. Anyway, so what the Page of Cups? Can you clarify the Page of Cups? Oh yeah, the Three of Wands coming out again. Why the Eight of Cups as a raw energy? Okay. Eight of Wands and Page of Wands. Oh yeah, so they do feel a little bit spontaneous, because I will say, at the moment, they don't have feelings. For the moment, it's over for them. It does feel for me, though, that when they will be like, they will have more time to think, they might initiate conversation again. And after that, I feel like I'm getting a message that it's going to be your decision if you want to make it work or no. So I would say, like, it's not over, but I'm getting like it's not really over. In the terms that I don't feel like this person can actually offer you what you want or what you need. Because, like, I feel like this is the type of person that they might be talking to you when they're less busy, and when, like, I don't know, their job is taking, like, a lot of their time, they will go back again. They will go away again, okay? So, it could be even a situation you might be not even no contact. You could be like little contact, like this person come talk to you when they have time. And when they don't talk to you. So it all depends on them. This is why you could hear from them like really spontaneously, like one moment, like because they're less busy with work, they're like, hey, wanna chill? Can I get one more for the Nine of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. And I saw the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's something about children here. I don't know if this person has children, but there's something in their life that is taking a lot of their time. Or the Ten of Pentacles can also be, you know, like the 10 is usually like an end of a cycle, and it's kind of like a financial security, right? That this person wants to build. So this is like really their priority right now. And their priority, and there's like, you know, they're only looking at like their coins right now, their business. This is like the only thing that they want to do. But you know, with the devil, you're still popping in their mind sometimes. But the pentacle is coming back again. So yeah. What else? And I always say, like, this person not even realizing it. Because you can see how the Hermit, it's kind of like there's a light coming out of them. And it feels like this is kind of like their higher self, right? Talking to them. Which is kind of makes me feel that this person, like, they're always coming back to you because they feel like it. But in reality, this is kind of like their higher self bringing them back to you. Because maybe, as I said, you have like a past life relationship. You have like a special bond. And it's like this person, like, they choose sometimes to ignore it, right? So, like, you know, business is important first. And then, when they have time, they go back to you. But they don't even realizing it. It's because, like, you have this special bond. And they're always being drawn back to you. That is funny. Okay, so with all being said, let's put you an advice. So, I would say I don't think this is really over. Just being careful about what you really want. And after that, decide if this is the person for you or not, okay? Because I would say I don't feel like this is the person for you in terms of like what you're looking for at the moment. Maybe you're not at the same page right now, okay? Even though, as I said, you know, it doesn't mean that it works in the past life that it would work now, okay? Maybe in the past life you were like at the same level, so it worked well. Maybe now you're like in different places, so it doesn't work well, right? And maybe in another life, there's going to be, I don't know, you're going to be married, you know, thing like that. So I think like while they're away, this is a great time before they will, I really feel they will initiate conversation back to you. Okay, I'm hearing a few weeks maybe, but right now like their business is like the priority, and well, they will be less busy, they will come back to you. So you have the time right now to choose like if this is the right opportunity for you. And with that, let's put you a message from the universe about these connections. That's right. Is there any advice you want to give to Pato about there? Thank you. Okay, so we have 2, and we're gonna take the 2. So it says, we're always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you're alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We're reminding you to stop looking around and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. And you will soon be surprised and grateful of for how everything happened the way it did for you to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Let's add this word. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. You know, which is kind of like what I just said, right? So, listen to like the signs that spirit are trying to send you. I would say with you will soon be surprised and grateful. I'm getting a new beginning here. Maybe a new beginning with someone else. You might meet someone else that is going to answer more your expectations. Because I will say I don't know why I do feel like the person in your mind is going to come back to you. And I don't know if like they're just here for like intimacy and you want a relationship and this person is like, you know, like non-committal type of thing, and now they're going back for fun time, and then okay, business and fun time and business and fun time. Like maybe you want more, and it's okay, you know, to want more because maybe you deserve more, you know, maybe you feel like you deserve more. So yeah, Spirit really wants you to trust. Those two messages are about, like, you know, trust us. We got you. And there's like also a strong message here about manifestation. And you know, sometimes a great idea is write in the notebook, you know, what I'm looking for in someone. And then listing it, you know, what you want. And sometimes when you're manifesting that, like you have the person corresponding to your description coming in, okay? Sometimes in ritual it can add up. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the reading here, guys. So I hope you enjoy. So as I said in the beginning, any additional question or just a personalized experience are always welcome on my Etsy shop. So the link is going to be in the description box. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. And you can always like the video for support. So I am wishing you all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Paltry. If you choose the penguin or this little heart crystal here, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're all doing well. So for today's reading, we're looking at, is it really over? So what I want to do is look at this card first that I kind of want to consider as the general energy. After that, we're gonna shuffle the tarot deck, see what is going on in that connection and their current feeling towards you. For part 1 and 2, we kind of had the yes or no answer with those readings, I guess. I was I was looking for the word, but what word exactly? Anyway, so and if we don't, you know, we're just gonna pull out more tarot cards. And what else? Yeah, we're gonna finish off with a message from the universe that you can take as an advice. Now, you're gonna hear it in my voice, but just a little disclaimer for myself here that I'm pretty sick at the moment, and I kind of I feel like I have a brain fog, you know, like even when I started your reading, which you know, you might hear me cough or I might take some quick breaks because tissue is my best friend right now. My tissue box. I have a tissue box actually like on my side. So yeah, so I'm really sorry for that. So if you have any additional question after this reading or you just want a personalized experience, as some of you always already know, I do have an Etsy shop. It is in the description box, so really don't hesitate. You're always welcome here. Disclaimers. Okay, so this is a yes or no question. Is it really over? It might be really difficult to sugarcoat, right? So I invite you to take the message that resonates with your situation. And also, this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So, you know, take the message that resonates with you. Leave the other one in the universe. We're looking at the current energy. Nothing is set in stones. And finally, for me, you're always a master of your own decision. Okay, I think that's all. We can start. So I'm just going to put that aside. So penguin, authentic. So let's read it together. So it says, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You're full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. So immediately with that card, I'm getting like an unconditional love. And, you know, family, let's say a healthy family, this is what it's about. It's about unconditional love. It's about always be there for each other. Okay? So this is a pretty connection, actually, because I do wonder, I feel like when we say, is it really over? This is usually, I think, people that are in no contact, but it can also be people that are in a relationship, and it seems that the person is a little bit distant. You've tried to make some things work, it didn't. Okay, we're gonna see more, but someone definitely feels like there's unconditional love there. They feel like they can be themselves. They are really grateful for that connection. It could also be your person, right? It could be like that person really enjoy your connection, but maybe you have a little bit of a hard time. So yeah, we're gonna put that aside and see more with the tarot cards, but we're gonna refer to it if needed, and I'm just gonna give it a good shuffle. And when I do that, I invite you to have your person in mind. So Spirit, please put me into the energy of pile 3 and their person energy. And while I shuffle, guys, you're always welcome to subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet. And I want to take the time to thank my new and current subscribers. You each make such a difference in my life, and I want to thank each one of you. And I really, really appreciate you all, so thank you so much. All right, I'll shuffle. So let's see, Spirit, what is going on between Paltry and their person? What is going on exactly in that connection? A card just flew on the ground, and I feel like I should not take it, so let's see. Okay, so we're starting with 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. We're gonna place a card after. And the 4 of Cups. Okay. So as always do, I'm gonna clarify each of them. So why the 10 of Wands? 10 of Swords. Why the 9 of Wands? Why the 5 of Pentacles? The Queen of... Why the Queen of Cups? Take the 2. Oop. My gosh, what is going on? And why the 4 of Cups? Magician. Okay, we just want to see, we have the Devil, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, Death, we have the Sun. Okay, oof, there's a lot of energies coming through. So I would say I do feel like your pile is about, you're literally in a relationship right now. You're in a situationship right now. And maybe you feel like this is pretty distant. Or it could be like, you know, something that happened in the past. Okay, so we're going to see more about that. Let me just take a sip real quick. Because what I'm getting is someone is indeed getting distant. And I'm not gonna lie, I really want to look at the card that flew on the ground. Just because it feels like this is something that we lost. 10 of Swords. It feels like someone don't want to admit that we're reaching the bottom. There's like a crisis. There's like a painful event. There's sadness. Someone is not recognizing that there's sadness here. So I'm just gonna keep it close to me. It feels like someone is, we're gonna see what are your person's feelings, so it's gonna be more clear after, but it does feel for me that someone is getting distance because they're a little bit, there's a burnout energy. I don't know why it feels like someone, with the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, I feel like they're taking a step back. With the 5 of Pentacles, it feels like they're leaving. There's a feelings of like, you give to someone and you kind of get tired because you don't receive back. And you feel like you're so low in energy because you give so much to your person and they don't give you anything back. So you just like drain. You're like drain, you know? Which is kind of like a 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups just wants peace. Like, I don't know if like this relationship was a little bit codependent. Someone doesn't like that. It really like drains someone's energy here. I don't know if someone tries to still make the connection work. And I would say, for example, if you're trying to like talk to this person again, you know, this person is not feeling the same at the moment. This person, you can see here, it seems like someone wants to initiate conversation, and this person is like, you know, it's not even going through their ears, you know, they're just like, I'm here to have peace, okay? And I feel like it could be better if it was over for both parties, okay? It could be also vice versa, you know, it could be your person that is trying to, it feels like someone doesn't even realize that the other person is like distant, okay? Sometimes we're like blind by love, right? It happens to me. I was pretty young though by then, but I was like in a relationship, we were living close, we were always together, and I never realized that. And it's funny because he was actually in love with another woman. They're still together today, so You know, I'm so proud of them, you know, to be together. But but when the relationship ended, my mom was like, you know that he was gone months before the breakup. Like, you could see that he was distant, and I never saw that because I was, blind in love, or maybe I was in denial. I don't know. I was immature back then. I will admit. But it really feels like, someone like, when you sit close to a tree, imagine a movie, when you sit close to a tree, it's kind of like you just want peace, okay? And it feels like this person wants to protect themselves from any energy of trying to take their energy, okay? It's kind of like this person really needs some time alone. And if they are like the Queen of Cups type of energy, which is like the unconditional love, which is like you give so much love and help and support to someone that maybe doesn't even want to help themselves. So at one point, it's kind of like, since it's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's about void ambition. It's kind of like, or it settle all the problems. So it could be that you're trying, take the energy as it is in your connection. It could be you, it could be them, but someone definitely like give their energy, trying to help someone, try to support someone, but it feels like the other person didn't even help themselves. And I don't know if you heard the sentence is kind of like, when you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. And like the great RuPaul Charles says, if you can't love them yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Amen. So it's kind of getting that, if you can love yourself, how can you love someone else properly? How can you give the same that you receive to someone if you don't have like the mentality to give back, And with the Nine of Cups clarified, there is really a sense of like, I think it's better off alone. So I would say to, did I just imagine something? I saw like I don't know, I think I saw a bug, but I hope I imagine. So I would say for now, I would say yes, it is over. I feel like you two getting back together, someone is just gonna get drained and drained and drained again. Burnout, I don't believe it's only in work. It can also be in relationship, especially if you're trying to help someone and you tried every way. And at one point you're just like, well, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore, okay? So... And look at this guy. It's kind of like he tried to give like all 7 solutions, and they're like they're waiting for you to take it, or vice versa. They're waiting for the other person to take that energy. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, I have all of this love for you. And with the devil here as the overall energy, the devil kind of represents like addiction. A toxic relationship, which for me makes me believe about I don't want to do any comparison. Obviously you have a different situation, but I would say like I had like a really toxic bond with that guy I talked to you about, because when I got out of that relationship, I lose myself. I was like, what the fuck I was. By the way, I was 18, okay, so I was young. I learned from that. But sometimes like we are learning from mistakes, and we're like, you know what, maybe I wasn't the best, or you know what, this person like wasn't for me, like they're taking a lot of my energy. And with underneath there's the Ace of Wands, so there's definitely wanting a new beginning, breaking out of the patterns, the patterns, the cycle, and getting a new beginning in love. Okay, with like a give and receive. The Lovers for me is kind of like this reciprocity, right? So yeah, for this person, there is like an ending to that connection that is bringing a new beginning. So I would say yes, it is really over. Oh, I forgot this card. The Empress. Well, the Empress is kind of like this kindness, it's kind of like this, it looks really like the Queen of Cups here. You give so much, and at one point you're trying to be so creative to give to someone, and at one point it doesn't work out, and you're just like, well, I'm sorry, but I can't help you anymore. I tried, you know? And it could be that. If especially if this is you, if you feel like unconditional love to that person and you see them being, I don't know, sad all the time and you're like trying and trying and trying to help them, but they don't help themselves, like it's sad. You don't want to let them go, but at the same time, it's killing you to stay in that, right? So let's see. We're still going to see what are their current feelings towards you. All right, so let's see. Spirit, what are Paltry's person current feelings towards Paltry? Two of Cups. Ten of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse. And, sorry, Page of Pentacles. Why the Two of Cups? The World, why the Ten of Wands? Okay. So maybe they were the one. Okay, listen, I kind of see both sides. So let's say that someone is like the giver and someone is the receiver. Okay, so place you and your person in either of those placements. But no matter who is the giver, who is the receiver, in the connection, there's still a link here. And there will always be something special. Okay? This unconditional love. If this is this person that is a receiver, let's say, this person really see you as like your world. I would say they feel really happy towards you. They're really just receiving that energy. What else can I see here? Maybe this person has a little bit of a fear of abandonment, I'm feeling here. Or it feels like this person don't really see what the problem is. Yeah, so they're still like, maybe they are surprised that you're distant or they don't even realizing it. And if you did break up with them, they will be surprised. But at one point, this is not your responsibility. You know, they're gonna have to accept if you don't feel like it in the connection, they're gonna have to accept how things are, you know, because, you know, relationship goes both ways. Remember that. If this is the person that is the giver, so yes, the link is always going to be there, no matter when you're physically apart or not. There's still going to be like your higher self that is giving yourself unconditional love. I don't know why I'm feeling that you two are kind of like healers towards each other. So, you know, when you're going when you have like a bad day, you're thinking about them and it helps you heal. Okay, you could have like this special like soul contract of like unconditional love that is going to be like for life, for all around the world, and which is a great bond. It doesn't mean though that it could be working in a relationship, because if they are the giver, this person is like burned out. We still have the Ten of Wands here. There is like a void ambition once again. The Seven of Swords can be about a failed plan, an annoyance, like something that is like bothering us, and we could be better off without it. You know, I feel like this is like a weight on their shoulder, and they're trying to release that, but they still have respect towards that, towards you, you know. And, you know, we still have like the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of like, if they are the giver, right? They're still here, like giving you all of that. And they're like, what are you waiting for to taking all this love that I have for you? But I feel like I've given you all, but what is left for me? You know, look at all this beautiful energy, but what is left for that person? You can see like all those flowers that are like in light. There's all lights around them, and look at this character that looks like bland. No lights around them. So like, what is left for me? This person is like really like, what is left for me? And at one point, like, I need to give this beautiful energy to myself at one point. And if you respect me, you're gonna understand that I need to give this love for myself too, to protect myself. So to conclude, I would say that in terms of a relationship, yes, it is over, but just know that you can still finish in good terms and manifest like great love towards each of you, which is like this unconditional love. It's just like remembering how good of a moment it was, and at one point, if it's not meant to be anymore, it's not meant to be anymore. And sometimes we have to trust spirit on that, because usually when that happens, it means that the universe has something better and bigger for us reserved, right? All right, so let's see what is your message from the universe. I have a card that flew on the ground. Okay, so let's get you a message from the universe. I'm gonna ask Spirit that it is about this specific situation, about your connection. So Spirit, is there any advice you want to give to Pal 3 about their connection? What advice can you give? Okay, so we once again have 2, so I'm gonna take the 2. Don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made, even if you can't see yet see the result. So much is happening behind the scene for the creation of your dream. Trust the process. And it is, we have focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. So it's kind of like giving me of like, it seems like there is something you can't control in that connection. And the only thing you can do is focus on yourself. So for example, maybe this person will come to you like, oh, I want to break up. You can't really control that. When someone wants to break up, you kind of have to respect their decision. And the only thing you can do really is to heal yourself, So it says you're focused on what is important to you. And I'm going to come back to the relationship that I had, because when I let go, because he actually left me for another girl, then like 2 months later, I think they were in the relationship. I'm pretty sure they saw each other quite some time before that, because they knew each other like before that. And I knew, trust me, I knew they were meant for each other, so... hard competition. No, I'm kidding. But it happens, like he was in love with that girl, and the only thing you can do is focus on what is important to you. And as I said, I lost who I was because I spent so much time with him. I was like my identity was defined by him. And when I let go of that relationship, I was like, fuck that. It would never happen to me that I forgot who I am. And since then, in every my relationship, I never forget who I am. And it's important to have our moments alone, or moments when what is defining us. It's important to never lose that, because when I have another example of like, I'm doing dance classes, right? And someone, like her husband decided to divorce after 22 years of marriage, and she's pretty young, because they're starting to be together. I think she was like 16 years old. So for 22 years, she based her identity on the relationship that she had with that guy, and he decided to let her go. And she literally said like, I don't know what's life without him. And this is kind of when it gets dangerous. You have to like not lose who you truly are. I'm not saying that she did though, because she has a career for herself. She has her own identity. But you're kind of like in the void, and you're kind of like, who am I? And this is what you should not lose, no matter where this relationship is going. I would say I do feel like it is over, so it is time maybe to focus on what is important to you. What are your priorities? It is time to take care of you, self-care, like something you always wanted to do, but you never had time because of that relationship. You can do that for you. And while you focus on what is important to you, Spirit is going to do the rest, you know, maybe put someone that is better suited for you from the universe after you took care of yourself, okay? So really trust the process, but while that process happened, like while the cake is baking, the cake is baking, oh my God. While, I'm starting again, while the cake is baking, you can choose to focus on yourself and taking care of yourself and putting yourself as a priority. And on that, I'm gonna close the reading, so I hope it helps. I hope it helps you bring clarity. Of course, if you have any additional question or you just want a personalized experience, my Etsy shop is always there. The link is in the description box. If you did subscribe to my channel, I want to say thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. And you can always like the video for support. So I thank you so much. I'm wishing you all the best and I really hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi Pile 4, if you choose the Ladybug or this little heart crystal here, this is going to be your reading, so welcome. I hope you're all doing well. So for today's reading, we're looking at, is it really over between you and the person on your mind? So we're going to start with this card here, this oracle card that we're going to use as the overall energy, the general energy. And after that, we're going to use a tarot reading to see what is going on in that connection and their current feelings towards you, and finish off with a message from the universe that is going to be an advice for you. Of course, if you have any additional question after this reading, or you just want a precise experience, my Etsy shop is in the description box, so really don't hesitate, you're all welcome here. And a little disclaimers before we start. First of all, little disclaimer for myself. You might hear it in my voice, but I'm sick at the moment, so I'm sorry if I cough, or sometimes I'm doing like quick breaks to, you know, because tissues are my best friend right now. So, by the way, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm sorry if that's causing like interruptions in the reading. And on that, okay, disclaimers. So, the real disclaimers now. So, when we are asking about is it really over, it is pretty difficult to sugarcoat that. So, I really invite you to take the message that resonates and just know that I'm always wishing the best for my community. And of course, this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So, I invite you to, you know, once again, take the message that resonates with you and leave the other one in the universe. And for me, you're always a master of your own decision. And finally, we're looking at the current energy, so nothing is set in stones. And I think that's all for my disclaimers. So let's start. So I'm just going to put that aside and let's read this card together. So Ladybug, it says good luck. You're a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. So I don't know if you're the type that worries a lot, which is fine. You know, we can all be anxious sometimes. You know, we all have our worries sometimes. And I would say with that, I do feel like this is pretty optimistic to you. It does feel like with the good luck here, it really kind of goes how you want it to go. And this person, I feel like, is really appreciating your energy right now. And I don't know if like you're putting them on a pedestal, but you don't have to, because this person might be locked with you. But we're gonna see more about that. So I'm just gonna put that aside if we can refer to it. And okay, so let's shuffle a little bit. I invite you to have your person in mind while I shuffle. And I'm gonna ask for you to please tune me into the energy of pile 4 and their person energy. Oh, it's so great. I can breathe from my nose a little bit. And while I shuffle, guys, if you don't subscribe to my channel, you're always welcome to do so. And I always like to take the time to thank my new and current subscribers. I quite had a few in the last few days. And, you know, I thank you so much, and I appreciate each one of you. And I thank you so much for the support. And if you're not joining, you can always join the crew at any moment. You're always welcome. So, okay. So, Spirit, let's see. What is going on between pile 4 and the person? What is going on exactly in the connection? Please give us as much detail as possible. Okay. So, we have Justice in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Okay, as always, I'm gonna clarify each of them. So, why the Justice in reverse? You have the Tree of Pentacles. Why the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Ace of Wands. Why the Chariot? Let's go like that. Oh no, I see like that. Okay. Yeah, better. Why the Eight of Cups? One of the deck, Six of Wands. Okay. Okay, I think it's not too bad. I'm just gonna take a sip real quick. I actually have 2 drinks, so let's take a sip from both of them. Okay, what is going on? So yeah, definitely the putting on the pedestal is coming true once again. I don't know why I feel that this is pretty new as a connection. Which is why it makes sense that, you know, let the worry go and just be happy here and now. You know, you still, it feels like you still have time to explore that connection. There's like a lot of worries here. I don't know if like you just got out of a toxic relationship or you just, because there's worries here. There's worries about, you know, being manipulated. Or maybe you have saw some red flags and that person has reminded you of like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example, okay? Let's say you go to the restaurant and you're expecting this person to pay for you, but they decided to like just, you pay your own thing and they pay their own thing. At first it could be like, oh, it is a red flag, but maybe this person is more like, you know, like prefer like the 50-50, prefer like, you know, maybe I'm gonna spoil you quite some time, but not always, you know, because the Three of Pentacles is kind of like team spirit, you know, like this 50-50, we collaborate together. So this person really see a relationship as a teamwork, okay? So it does feel for me that you have to give a little bit of your own energy too. You can always take the energy vice versa, by the way. Because with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Wands upward, it seems like you don't really see eye to eye often. But you could make it work if someone here... Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I have like a... Oh, I have a little bit of incense here. Okay, my card. Okay, gosh. Sorry about that, I got distracted. But yeah, it does feel like if someone puts a little bit of effort, this connection could really work great. And it could also be that you two are really different, but you can really make it work. So Ace of Pentacles, we're thinking about someone that is more rational. We're thinking about someone that really see a potential actually in that connection. And with the Ace of Wands, we more have like a vitality. We have more passionate energy. But those two can really work well. They're just like a little bit different. But it feels like the two people wants to give in. So I would say like it's not over. Even though like there's a red flag, even though you're different, I feel like with great communication, you could go really far. Okay? Then with the Chariot and the Star here, it really goes for the long run. Okay? So the Star is usually about like being optimistic for the future. It could also be wishes granted, which is kind of like whatever you wish for, you get, which is kind of like the good luck here. So if you want this connection to work, you can really make it work. But I do feel like you might have to put your little bit of effort in it. And especially release the anxiety and the worries, because once again, Nine of Swords and Seven of Cups. So you can see like this person like being attractive and there's a lot of people around them, but this person, what you don't know, maybe it's because like you just got to know each other, and this is why maybe communication could be important. But this person, like even though there's a lot of people around them, they're really loyal. I'm really getting them that they're super loyal. I was trying to see if I can see. Yeah. Oh, I knew it was there. None of ones. None of ones. A dog, for me, is kind of like the symbol of a loyalty. Which is kind of like, you know, this person, like, when they see you, there's only you, okay? When a dog, for a dog, you know, there is only one master, and the master is all their life, okay? This is why you should always take care of dogs. But I do prefer cats. But if you do have a dog, just know that you're their whole life. um, so yeah. And you can see, like, this person, like, they could be, like, a natural flirt. So maybe, like, the people are like, oh my god, like, they love me, you know. I don't know why I see them, like, as a celebrity, okay? Like, some people are delulu when it comes to celebrity. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna marry my favorite singer. What was I getting with that? Hold on. Am I getting into delulu myself? But you know, it's kind of like all those people are like, oh my god, like he flirted with me. But in reality, this person is like a natural flirt. But in reality, like they can really say, like, you know, I'm with Pal 4. Pal 4 is like my girlfriend, boyfriend. This is my person. Like, sorry, I'm not available. And with the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Cups, I don't know, I'm getting a lot of advice for you, but there is about releasing from the past. It doesn't mean that in the past someone has treated you badly, and there's like one red flag that is coming true, that this person is the same. I feel like you can really get to know this person even more, and when you will get to know this person, you will know that they're really here for you and only you, okay? Yeah, I think I got that. I think for part 1. I kind of get like all those admirers, secret admirers here. And this person is like, no, like Pal 4 is my person, you know. And I'm bringing flowers to Pal 4. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm getting a feeling that you can really trust that person. But we're going to see what are their current feelings towards you. So I'm just going to give it a good shuffle once again. Okay. So Spirit, what is Pal 4's person current feelings towards Pal 4? Current feelings. Please give us as much detail as possible. Current feelings from Pal 4's person. Okay. King of Cups. Guys, girls, like, the reading is ending. I'm kidding. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. Guys, stop worrying. Okay, no, really, we're gonna see more. We're gonna say more. Okay. The Hierophant. Okay. I'm still gonna pursue the reading. I was kidding, by the way. Okay, why the King of Cups? 8 of Pentacles, why the 10 of Wands? So you're definitely dealing with someone that is really emotionally mature. I'm not gonna lie, I want to tell you how lucky you have this person in your life. Like, not because like they're fitting everyone, but they can really be fitting you. It's kind of like they can really respond to what you need and challenge you at the same time, you know, because we do not want someone that is always telling you that we're right? Like, it means that we want someone that is able to share their opinion too. Like, we want a healthy relationship, right? Yeah, Justice once again. And it's in reverse, and look at that. Ace of Cups, that is coming true. Let's put that like that. Okay. King of Cups, guys. This person. Okay. So, Kings, it doesn't have to be a man. It doesn't have to identify as a man, you know. The King of Cups. Oh, I have my little cats here. Hello. It's like, are you talking to me? Sorry, this is one of my 2 cats. And even now, I have like an urge of like cuddling my cat. I look at him and I want to like put all of kisses around him. Which is, like, I'm getting wild. I don't know why I'm getting like a lot of energy of love here. So King of Cups is a life partner. This is someone you can trust. This is someone that listen, that support. This is an anchor. Okay, this is for me unconditional love. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it could happen that this person likes to take their time. I will tell you, this person is like really emotionally mature. You can see how this person is like watering their plants, you know, and they're like really smiling at it. So they're really ready to making effort to stay with you. They're for sure they're waiting as a human being, you know, like it's good to give, and it's also good to receive too. But this person, like, they want, you know, when people like to take care of their plans. I'm not this type of person, but some people are like taking care of our plans. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. This person, like, they really want to cherish that relationship for how it is. We do have the Justice and the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. These persons know that you're with them for the long run. They know that you're worth it to invest effort in. So this person, like, they have a lot of feelings for you, and they're really great feelings, and we can really trust that person, actually. And it's a call for you to like not sorry, to like, because the Ten of Wands in reverse can be about like running away from our responsibilities. It can also be about releasing. And for me, it's kind of like you're gonna have to release something, or this person wants to help you release something from the past. Like, for example, like, you know, like if you talk to them, or if you have talked to them about a toxic relationship that you have, and they were like, oh my God, like this is awful. Well, you can know that this person is not the same, right? And this person really wants to show you that you can release that, and it's okay to trust me. Like, they're waiting for you with their hand like that. Like, you know, I'm just waiting for you to trust me. And like for them, you're like really the person they always wish for. With the Magician, it's kind of like they manifested that connection, and maybe you did too. And with the Knight of Cups, I'm just coming back to the Ten of Wands in reverse. So this person really wants you to release that in the past, to even be happier for yourself. So, you know, the Knight of Cups is about being fulfilled. It's about the well-being. It's comfort. It's satisfaction, right? So when you release a burden from the past, you can really enjoy the present moment and being happier with your person at the moment. And with the Hierophant, this is someone that, okay, Hierophant can represent marriage. So this is someone that is fully committed. When they're like with someone in a relationship, they're fully committed. And even if you had to move out with the Six of Swords, so I don't know if you're living in a distance. It could also be, you know, going through our goals, or like taking the time to build this connection. So it's not going to be like a fully passionate fire, but it can really be someone that is there for you, to cherish you in the most unconditional way. You can really be yourself with that person. They will still love you no matter what, I'm hearing. So it's just like they like to take their time, but they really prioritize great communication, you know, authentic communication from their side, but also from your side. So you can really be authentic with them in any sort of way. Okay, I think that's pretty much that's it. So now it's not really over. And you don't have to worry about this connection. So I think we pretty much answered the question. And let's go with your message from the universe. So we're gonna ask Spirit to pull out this advice on this specific situation. So Spirit, is there any advice you want to give to Pile 4 about this specific situation? What advice can you give to Pile 4? Thank you. All right, so we're gonna read it together. Okay, so it says, we're always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you're alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We're reminding you to stop, look around, and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. Okay, so if you surprise yourself being like, oh, no, this is a red flag, it would never work. And then, like, not even realizing it, but you go talk to them again. It feels like, you know, maybe sometimes you go talk to them again, or just do like, you know, it's nothing. Or like, oh, you move on fast from that because it's not that a red flag after all. I would say it's because like Spirit like give you this connection to like, you know, like it's in the divine timing that you're together, you know. And maybe their worries are not that much worries because you can really trust that person. And if you feel drawn to talk to this person again, maybe this is a message. So just be aware of how you are with that person and how you feel with that person, because maybe when you are together, you feel like great, but not like too, yeah, there's a little bit of sense of too good to be true, but it's not like the toxic relationship that you had when it was like super passionate and like wow, and he's super charismatic, and after that like it's going down and it's going up and down and up and down. This is not healthy. This is someone that is here to giving you stability. There is not like the big fire. It could be built after time, and this person likes to take their time. But just look at how comfortable you are, and if you feel like you can make it work and you feel comfortable with that person, well, maybe this is the sign that it is the right connection for you at the moment. And on that note, I'm gonna end the reading here. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. Of course, if you have any additional question or you just want a precise experience, my Etsy shop is right in the description box, so don't hesitate. If you did subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you want to share your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. There is no judgment here, and you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.